Coming up, my review of the Salomon Pulse Belt. Before I get started, please make sure you've subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. So this is a relatively new bit of kit for me. I've had it for a couple of months now, and the reason I got it was I was looking mainly for a solution to carry poles. As I was doing more and more long mountain ultras, such as Ultra Trail Snowdonia, Lavaredo Ultra Trail, I needed a way of carrying my poles and getting access to them easily and quickly, and just carrying them without them getting in the way when you're doing sort of 85, 120 kilometer races. So looking at the belt itself, you have two main pockets, starting with the one which I guess you mainly have at the front, which has a zip on it, quite large, would easily fit a modern smartphone comfortably. Zip it up. I found this really useful when on the go, easy to get into with the zip. The rear pocket, although I guess universal, you could have it at the front or the rear, is a bit stretchier. Inside you do have a clip where you can put your keys, and also this pocket will comfortably hold, say, a 500ml soft flask bottle. You got a soft flask in there as well. Those are your only two pockets on the belt. There are also some reflective features which help with visibility when running at night. And then the other piece is that you also have these two straps which are designed, say, for carrying poles behind them. You could probably fit more in the pockets as well than I've got. I have run with a soft flask when I'm doing a shorter run, soft flask phone, and a couple of bars rather than carrying a full backpack with me on a nice day when I knew there wouldn't be any rain, so I didn't need any jackets or anything like that. But you could comfortably fit a lightweight windproof or waterproof jacket in one of the pockets as well. In terms of the fit, it's quite good. I was concerned about how tight it may be around the waist and if it was going to start riding up or down, and also how it would interact with the top of my shorts and the waistband of that. But no complaints from that perspective. It fits well, it's comfortable, it's tight enough so that things aren't jumping around too much, even when you've got a soft flask in the back. The plus points then, I would say, are first off the fit. As I mentioned, there's minimal bounce when you're wearing it, which is great. The other element which I think is really good are the size of the pockets and the amount of kit you can actually carry in this. So you can comfortably have enough gear with you for a 2-3 hour run in terms of carrying a soft flask, some food, your mobile phone, a few other bits and pieces. You can carry that in this without it getting in the way of your run. The main issue which I will flag with this comes with the pole carrying element. So if you're not carrying poles, great, but if you are looking at longer races and things like that, so for Lavaredo I wore this, and I also had a backpack on, but the backpack didn't have a pole carrying piece, so I was mainly just using this belt for pole carrying. But first off, if you do have, say, a soft flask in the rear pocket, you can't exactly get the poles across it without them sticking out, and it's very difficult to get them in and out with the soft flask in, so that's one thing to be aware of. The second thing, and this may be influenced by the type of running walking poles which you're using, but when I was doing my longer runs, I did feel that the poles were digging in. There's no padding on the inside, it's all very lightweight to help with sweat, which is good if you're not carrying poles, but when I did have them in, I did find that they're digging into my back a little bit. Now I've been using the black diamond poles, and they do have these parts here in terms of the pole adjustments which stick out quite a lot, and also the handles are quite knobbly as well. I think the Lecky poles, which are the other probably most popular poles in terms of ultramarathons along with the black diamonds, don't have so many elements sticking out, so that may be a better solution when running, as it may not dig into your back. But my solution to that was I bought a little bit of padding, cut it to roughly the size of the pocket and put it in, and that was enough to actually take that away. Now maybe it's just I'm a bit of a softie, but when you're doing 120 kilometers I wanted to make sure I was comfortable. An hour or two it was fine, but when I was going for as long as I was at Lavaredo, then that was a solution which I came up with. I think one of the main competitors would be the Naked Running Band. That was quite difficult to purchase in the UK, but I know that Centurion Running I'll put a link to them down below, have imported it. At the time of filming, I think they'd run out of the first batch due to the popularity of it, but I have heard very good things about the Naked running band. So if you're looking for a waist belt, you may want to check out that as well and see what's more suitable for your needs. But overall, I would say that the Salomon Pulse Belt, it does what it's advertised to do. It's good, it's reasonable sized pockets considering the size of it. It's discreet, you can put it under your t-shirt as well. You can use it for just carrying your keys and things like that, all the way through to carrying, say, 500 mils of water, phone and food. So it's good enough to get you through a number of sort of reasonable long training runs or even races with minimal kit requirements. So overall, for the price of it, I think it is a decent bit of kit, but there's one area I'd really flag is if you're going to be using it for carrying poles, just be aware that A, you'll lose probably most of the use of your rear pocket, and B, depending on what type of poles you have, and if you're a softie like me, that you may want to look at the padding element as well, depending on the length of race that you're going to be doing. I hope that you found that review useful. As I mentioned at the start of the video, please do subscribe to the channel by clicking the subscribe button. I really appreciate all of the support, and feel free to comment if you used a Pulse Belt or the Naked but running band. What are your opinions on them? I'd love to hear them. Please leave a comment down below.